Imagine discovering huge pyramids, hidden for thousands of years in deep forests, or finding proof of unknown Amazon creatures. These finds not only show us ancient civilizations but also reveal what truly lies inside this vast jungle. Join us as we journey deep into the unknown Amazon rainforest to explore 15 incredible recent discoveries. Number 15. Ancient giant dolphin. In the Peruvian Amazon, scientists from the University of Zurich discovered Pebenista yacuruna, the largest known freshwater dolphin to have ever lived on Earth. This ancient cetacean, reaching between 3 and 3.5 meters in length, lived roughly 16 million years ago, when the Amazon terrain was vastly different from what we observe today. Pebenista yacuruna is a dolphin species of the Platanistoidea family, named for the fabled aquatic people that lived in the Amazon basin. Surprisingly, its closest extant relatives are South Asian river dolphins rather than Amazon river dolphins. Despite their geographical isolation and distinct ecological adaptations, these dolphins have a common ancestor that dates back tens of millions of years. The finding of Pebenista gives important information on the evolutionary history of freshwater dolphins. It demonstrates how these marine mammals evolved from their oceanic predecessors to flourish in the freshwater habitats of Proto-Amazonia during the Miocene period. The Peruvian Amazonia was characterized by a huge system of lakes and marshes known as pibas, which were alive with different aquatic life forms that provided an abundance of prey for Pebenista and its relatives. However, as geological processes moved and the pibas system gave way to the contemporary Amazon rainforest around 10 million years ago, new ecological niches evolved while former habitats vanished. This environmental change eventually resulted in the demise of Pebenista, paving the door for the diversification of other cetacean groups, including the ancestors of today's Amazon River dolphin. The discovery of Pebenista was made possible by significant paleontological excursions in the Amazon, where fossils are often exposed during the dry season when river levels drop. Paleontologist Rodolfo Salas Gismondi and his team led the hard fieldwork, which resulted in the discovery of the dolphin's well-preserved skull along the Napo River in 2018. Number 14. Long-lost Rome. An astounding archaeological breakthrough in Ecuador's Amazon has revealed a vast network of ancient cities stretching back more than 2,500 years. This revolutionary finding, led by archaeologist Stephen Roston and his team, calls into question traditional perceptions of the Amazon rainforest as an untamed wilderness, exposing a sophisticated urban landscape that thrives in harmony with its surroundings. Using powerful LiDAR technology, researchers scanned through the dense Amazonian rainforest, uncovering around 6,000 rectangular platforms and a complex road system spanning 300 square kilometers. These towns, built around plazas and ceremonial centers, demonstrated a level of urban design and engineering similar to ancient civilizations such as Rome. The roadways, some as wide as 10 meters and stretching up to 25 kilometers, were precisely planned with straight lines linking at right angles, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of landscape adaptation. This discovery stands out not only because of its size but also because of its age. These towns predate any other known complex Amazonian site by about 1,000 years, flourishing from around 500 BC until their mysterious abandonment between 300 and 600 AD. At their peak, these cities might have housed up to 30,000 people, establishing them as major metropolitan centers comparable to Roman London. The civilization that flourished within these towns, thought to be the Quillamope and Upano cultures, was highly specialized. They used innovative agricultural practices, planting maize, sweet potatoes, and beans on terrace fields. This sustainable land management displays their deep grasp of the environment and helps to preserve agricultural techniques in the region's current indigenous communities. Beyond its archaeological value, this discovery calls into question colonial-era historical narratives by showcasing advanced civilizations that thrived in the Amazon long before European contact. It emphasizes the necessity of maintaining and understanding indigenous knowledge and traditions that have formed the Amazonian region over millennia. As interest in the Upano Valley develops, ecotourism and conservation activities gain traction. The valley, with its breathtaking views of the Upano River, towering cliffs, and adjacent Songhai volcano, shows potential as a future destination for travelers anxious to see these ancient wonders for themselves and participate in the Amazonian people's living legacy. Number 13. Ancient road systems. Recent Amazon jungle discoveries have revealed a stunning network of ancient highways, revealing early Amazonian civilization technical skills over 2,500 years old. These pathways connect many colossal platforms and plazas across the terrain. Archaeologists, led by research scientist Stephen Roston and colleagues, employed LiDAR to show this complex network of channels. Straight, broad roadways connect tens of kilometers of regional urban centers. The discovery shows that the Amazon was home to a complex population capable of large-scale urban planning and construction, challenging the idea that it was a wilderness. Roads were essential to a complex urban structure, facilitating trade, communication, and social integration across the vast landscape. The researchers found almost 6,000 artificial rectangular platforms in plaza-like structures connected by these highways. A 3-square-kilometer survey area had these structures, indicating a major, organized Upper Amazon settlement pattern. Archaeologists believe the Quilomope and Upano cultures built these highways, demonstrating their engineering and organizational skills. These early road networks are more advanced than later ones by the same nations, reflecting a pinnacle in societal progress. Number 12. A new wasp. A team of scientists from the University of Turku in Finland has made a spectacular discovery deep beneath Peru's lush Amazon rainforest. Amazonicapito japi, a new wasp species. This discovery, published in the Zookeys Journal, adds to the wide diversity of life forms that thrive in one of the world's most biodiverse places. The Alpawaiomishana National Reserve, where the wasp was discovered, has been a focus of biodiversity research for more than 2 decades. Researchers, led by Professor Ilari Soksjärvi, have spent years exploring this pristine habitat, revealing numerous species previously unknown to science. Commenting on the discovery, Dr. Brandon Claridge of Utah State University underlined the possibility for more new species to emerge from ongoing studies in the area. Amazonicapito japi, a member of the Ichneumonidae family, is notable for its big size and vibrant colors. Its name refers to its distinctively large head. The second component of its name, japi, bears respect to its similarity to the japi genus. The Amazon rainforest spans 8 countries plus French Guiana, comprising 1.6 billion acres, which is twice the size of India. It comprises different habitats including rainforests, floodplains, savannas, and rivers, each containing a plethora of distinct species. The Alpawaiomishana Reserve, situated in the Peruvian Amazon, boasts an incredible richness of flora and fauna, making it a key place for biodiversity conservation efforts. Now it's time for today's topic. In late 2025, a small Discovery Channel crew was filming a routine river segment deep in the Amazon River, near Tef. According to later leaked behind-the-scenes images, production stopped abruptly after something massive surfaced behind their boat and stayed there. Crew notes described a long, armored silhouette tracking their speed, creating a wake larger than the engine wash. The cameraman kept rolling until the director ordered cameras down, citing uncontrolled risk. Local guides allegedly refused to continue, claiming the animal followed them for nearly 20 minutes without breaking off. The footage never aired. Months later, anonymous stills appeared online, showing a dark shape just beneath the surface, too long, too steady, and moving with intent. The channel declined comment, and the expedition quietly ended the next morning. Number 11. The Dark Earth. In the Amazon rainforest, scientists have gone on an amazing journey to uncover the mysteries of the Amazonian Dark Earth, commonly known as Terra Preta. Led by Mark Robinson and an international team, this project is shedding light on a soil phenomenon with far-reaching implications for agriculture, archaeology, and environmental sustainability. Amazonian Dark Earth isn't your normal soil. It's a rich, charcoal black stratum that can reach 3.8 meters thick. Its fertility is noteworthy, as it is rich in nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, all of which are essential for plant growth. Unlike the regions surrounding barren sandy soils, ADE was purposefully produced by ancient indigenous communities thousands of years ago. Recently, the unearthing of a 2,000-year-old urban center buried under Ecuador's Upano Valley rekindled interest in Amazonian Dark Earth. This ancient metropolis, complete with plazas and ceremonial places, was built on similar fertile volcanic soil, demonstrating the importance of Amazonian Black Earth in sustaining earlier civilizations. The discovery shows that several buried villages may exist throughout the Amazon, each with the potential to reveal more about ancient farming techniques and societal structures. Despite the deep rainforest and difficult terrain, signs of past human settlements abound. Domesticated trees continue to dominate in areas near former settlements, such as Versailles, suggesting the long-lasting impact of past farming techniques on the landscape. Furthermore, Amazonian Black Earth continues to play an important role in enriching Amazonian soils, demonstrating its persistence and functional value within the ecosystem. Beyond its archaeological value, Amazonian Dark Earth is a treasure trove of ancient artifacts and ecological knowledge. Fossilized seeds, pottery, and fecal spherolites discovered in Amazonian Black Earth layers offer unique insights into ancient biodiversity and cultural activities. Furthermore, due to its particular composition, Amazonian Dark Earth is an effective carbon sink, storing substantially more carbon than conventional soils and contributing to climate stability. Drawing inspiration from these ancient practices, Modern initiatives like carbon gold are generating biochar, a kind of charcoal, to improve soil fertility and combat climate change. Biochar mimics the positive features of Amazonian black earth, enhancing soil structure, nutrient retention, and carbon sequestration. Number 10. The rock art. In the heart of the Amazon jungle, an incredible archaeological find has uncovered a beautiful tapestry of ancient art stretching back 12,600 years. Discovered at Serrania La Lindosa in Colombia, this vast canvas stretches approximately 8 miles and features detailed images of Ice Age wildlife and early human life. The drawings, done in red ochre pigment, offer a glimpse into a world long ago when giant sloths, mastodons, and other extinct megafauna roamed amidst a terrain still transitioning from savanna to rainforest. The excavation, led by archaeologists from the University of Exeter, including Mark Robinson and Jose Iriarte, has yielded thousands of images depicting not only animals but also elaborate geometric designs, handprints, and human activities. These finds, frequently referred to as the Sistine Chapel of the Ancients, provide vital insights into the cultural and social lives of ancient peoples who lived in western Amazonia during the late Pleistocene period. The importance of these discoveries resides not just in their artistic worth, but also in what they show about early human adaptability and interaction with their surroundings. As the temperature warmed and the Amazon became the dense jungle we know today, these early occupants left behind evidence of their survival techniques, artistic expression, and strong relationships to nature. The rock art found at Serrania La Lindosa demonstrates how ancient communities hunted, farmed, and coexisted with extinct species. Scenes of human hunting, as well as depictions of ceremonial acts, highlight the cultural importance of art in their society. Furthermore, the artwork indicates a comprehensive awareness of the wildlife and flora that surrounded them, shedding light on their ecological knowledge and spiritual beliefs. Despite the hurdles given by the rainforest's isolated and often dangerous surroundings, the excavation team persisted. Their efforts have not only revealed a treasure trove of prehistoric art, but have also opened up new possibilities for studying the origins and evolution of human civilization in the Amazon basin. Number 9. The biggest snake. Scientists have discovered a new species of snake in the Amazon jungle that is thought to be the world's largest. This amazing find was made during an expedition headed by Professor Brian Fry and his team from the University of Queensland. They went into the Ecuadorian Amazon in response to local Warani stories of extremely huge anacondas. The researchers traveled into the Baihueri Warani territory for 10 days with Warani hunters by their side. Their exploration took them into river systems where they came across many anacondas, including a stunning female measuring 6.3 meters in length. The team's discoveries were documented while filming for a forthcoming National Geographic series. Green anacondas are known for their massive size and tremendous constricting powers, making them fearsome predators in their aquatic environments throughout South America. While the largest anaconda on record weighed 227 kilograms and measured 8.4 meters long, the newly discovered Northern Green Anaconda species represents a significant evolutionary divergence from its southern counterpart, having split off around 10 million years ago. This genetic distinction emphasizes their unique evolutionary history in the Amazon basin. Number 8. Uncontacted tribe. In Brazil's Amazon rainforest, tribes live in isolation from the modern world, facing serious dangers to their survival. According to Brazil's FUNE, these uncontacted indigenous peoples, which number over 100 groups, have voluntarily chosen solitude due to the terrible consequences of previous interactions with outsiders. One of the most moving stories is that of the Man of the Hole, a mysterious individual who is thought to be the only surviving member of his tribe in Rondônia state. He is known for excavating big holes to capture animals or hide, and he avoids contact with the outside world by residing in a tiny protected area surrounded by approaching cow ranches. His heartbreaking story highlights the violence and devastation that uncontacted tribes face from illegal loggers and ranchers, who have traditionally deployed gunmen to eradicate these defenseless populations. Similarly, the Paripkara people, so named because they resemble butterflies as they travel through the jungle, have seen their numbers plummet as a result of outsider-caused violence and disease. Despite FUNE's efforts to safeguard their territory, logger intrusions and the blockade of hunting trails pose constant dangers to the few survivors. The Kawahiva of Rio Pardo, thought to number around 50 individuals decades ago, are now on the verge of extinction, fleeing repeated intrusion onto their territory by loggers from violent frontier towns. Their survival as a unique people becomes increasingly doubtful. Across the Javari Valley, home to one of Brazil's biggest concentrations of isolated tribes, the Carubo people are known for their aggressive territorial defense with enormous clubs. Despite occasional encounters, they usually avoid outsiders in order to avoid lethal infections such as measles and influenza, to which they are not immune. Number 7. Oil discovery. PCR Ecuador, a subsidiary of Argentina's petrochemical Comodoro Rivadavia S.A., recently reached a major milestone with the finding of oil in the Sasha petroleum block in southwest Ecuador. This discovery represents a watershed point in the company's operations in the region, paving the way for potential future advances in Ecuador's energy industry. PCR Ecuador focused its exploration efforts on drilling 3 wells. Following extensive testing and early analysis, PCR confirmed the presence of hydrocarbons, specifically in the upper U layer of well 1. Initial testing of this layer had promising results, with output reaching almost 2,000 barrels per day with a water content of only 1%. Further study of the lower U layer revealed encouraging results, including a total fluid production of 2,000 barrels per day and a water content of 1% throughout a 75-hour testing session. PCR Ecuador intends to solidify its discoveries by drilling 2 more wells, marking the end of its $40 million exploratory project. Pending a thorough review of all test results, the business plans to pursue the appropriate permissions for possible site development, with the goal of capitalizing on the Sasha Block's oil-rich resources. The Sasha Block is located in the Orient Basin, about 99 kilometers from Nueva Loya in Sucumbíos province. It covers around 99 square kilometers. The region is divided into 3 reservoirs, Tena, Napo, and Holland. These reservoirs are made up of sandstone formations that create a favorable environment for oil extraction. This geological profile demonstrates the block's ability to significantly contribute to Ecuador's oil production capacity. Since launching operations in Ecuador in 1998, PCR has steadily expanded to become the country's 3rd largest private hydrocarbon producer. With 3 operational zones and over 30 active wells, PCR Ecuador continues to play an important role in shaping Ecuador's energy landscape. The discovery of oil in the Sasha Block not only demonstrates PCR Ecuador's technical expertise and commitment to sustainable resource development, but also indicates significant economic opportunities for Ecuador, as well as potential environmental challenges, particularly in the sensitive Amazon region. Number 6. Signs of El Dorado. Few legends fascinate the imagination more than El Dorado, a mythical city of gold said to be hidden deep within the heart of the Americas. El Dorado, which originated in the Muisca traditions of Colombia, became linked with untold wealth and riches beyond comparison. For ages, European explorers, inspired by tales of conquest and pillage from the Aztec and Inca civilizations, set out on treacherous journeys into undiscovered territory in search of this fabled metropolis. El Dorado's attraction sprang from the realities of Spanish conquest in the Americas. The pillage of indigenous cultures, which yielded amazing sums of gold and other rare riches, fed the assumption that even bigger fortunes lay concealed someplace in the vast expanses of the New World. The term El Dorado is derived from the Muisca ritual of El Rey Dorado, or the Golden Man, in which a leader was decorated with gold dust and sacred offerings before ceremonially casting them into Lake Guatavita. This practice, witnessed by Spanish conquistadors, cemented the notion of a city completely covered in gold. One of the most prominent missions in search of El Dorado was led by Gonzalo Pizarro. Pizarro and his troops set out from Cusco, Peru, into the hazardous Amazon rainforest. Confronted with tremendous hurdles, including rough terrain, sickness, and tribal resistance, despite extensive searches and severe interrogations of indigenous peoples, the expedition was unable to locate any tangible evidence of the mythical city. The party dispersed, with Francisco de Orellana continuing down the Amazon River, eventually becoming the first European to cross it completely. Orellana's descriptions of witnessing native towns and powerful Amazonian women stimulated European imaginations while falling short of the glittering riches promised by El Dorado. Historians became increasingly skeptical about El Dorado's existence, as stated in European reports. The Amazon was believed unsuitable for large-scale civilizations, and many dismissed Orellana's stories as exaggerations created to please the Spanish crown and avoid allegations of abandonment by Pizarro. However, subsequent archaeological discoveries call into question this viewpoint. Excavation near the upper Xingu River found massive earthworks and pathways indicating substantial pre-Columbian populations. Geoglyphs observed from satellites indicate a network of interrelated villages stretching over 1,000 kilometers, complicating our understanding of the region's history. However, these findings do not reflect El Dorado's majesty. Indigenous tactics to mislead invaders most likely fueled the myth, depicting the city as always just out of reach. Despite this, the fascination of forgotten cities remains, propelling explorers such as Percy Fawcett into the Amazon's depths in pursuit of the city of Z. Number 5. Ancient earthworks. A recent discovery in the Amazon rainforest revealed 24 indigenous earthworks from before Europeans arrived. These earthworks, ditches, paths, and geometric patterns like squares and circles show how 500 to 1,500-year-old societies lived. Scientists discover these wonders using LiDAR technology. Researchers can map the landscape beneath dense forest canopies using LiDAR, which beams laser pulses to the ground and measures the reflected light. This procedure revealed structures hidden under ages of growth, making it crucial. The discovery threatens the Amazon's wilderness image. It shows indigenous peoples actively maintained and changed the landscape before modern times. This realization has changed our view of the Amazon as a dynamic environment shaped by humans over thousands of years. The recently discovered earthworks include a town with a central plaza, a fortified settlement, and megalithic monuments across the Amazon basin. These findings demonstrate the diversity of ancient Amazonian cultures and the necessity to explore and safeguard these archaeological sites. 160 scientists used precise maps of indigenous tree species cultivated 8,000 years ago in the investigation, using LiDAR scans and this data. Researchers created predictive algorithms to find other earthworks. These models estimate that just a minority of these sites have been found, showing that our knowledge of ancient Amazonian civilizations is incomplete. Number 4. Machu Picchu. Scientists have just found an untouched civilization on top of a mountain in the Amazon jungle. This momentous finding is reminiscent of Hiram Bingham's 1911 experience with Machu Picchu, which inspired excitement and wonder at the time. Bingham, an intrepid American explorer, was on his way to Vilcabamba, the famous last stronghold of the Inca resistance to Spanish conquest. Machu Picchu, situated high in Peru's Andean highlands, was a revelation for Bingham and his team. The site was overgrown with foliage but revealed beautifully built stone terraces and buildings, demonstrating the Inca civilization's excellent architectural skills. Machu Picchu was built in the 1400s during Emperor Pacacuti's reign and served as both a distant royal retreat and a sacred religious place. Its ideal location offered a respite from the bustling Incan metropolis of Cusco. The Incas' ability to haul enormous stones up steep hillsides with solely human force and minimal equipment is still a marvel today. Their skilled masonry, distinguished by perfect fitting and anti-seismic properties, maintains the construction's longevity against natural forces such as earthquakes. Machu Picchu's abandonment in about 1532, following the Spanish conquest of the Inca Empire, added to its long obscurity. Machu Picchu remained hidden for centuries, surrounded by lush jungle and purposefully destroyed access trails, until Bingham's expedition. His chance to meet with the ancient ruins propelled Machu Picchu to the global scene, capturing the imagination of the public with its magical aura and stunning backdrop. Since its rediscovery, Machu Picchu has become a worldwide symbol of ancient architecture and Inca culture. Its preservation and research are ongoing, providing insights into Inca life, ceremonies, and social organization. Recent archaeological discoveries, such as subterranean chambers and ceremonial artifacts, have expanded our understanding of this intriguing site. Despite the obstacles created by tourism and environmental damage, attempts to preserve Machu Picchu's integrity are critical. The Peruvian government, in partnership with international partners, tries to strike a balance between conservation and sustainable tourism practices, so that future generations can enjoy and appreciate this UNESCO World Heritage Site. Number 3. The Spiral Temple and Lord of Snails. Monte Grande, an apparently unassuming hill in the Amazon rainforest, conceals its true historical significance. Monte Grande was initially dismissed as merely another natural feature, but it became a location of great archaeological interest when farmers excavated the soil atop it and discovered ancient pottery fragments dating back over 1,000 years. In 2010, archaeologist Quirino Oliveira and his team conducted excavations that proved Monte Grande to be a colossal pyramid built by an ancient civilization about 3,000 years ago. This revolutionary discovery calls into question prior notions that the Amazon was sparsely populated, instead implying a bustling community with maybe up to 5 million inhabitants at its peak. The Monte Grande culture was extraordinarily complex, as indicated by the pyramid's ongoing construction over more than a millennium. They defended their city with spectacular 6-foot walls and arranged residences along the riverbanks, demonstrating both urban planning and strategic defense. At the peak of Monte Grande's pyramid is a spiral temple, a holy site where archaeologists discovered evidence of sacred ceremonies employing hallucinogenic vilca seeds. These seeds, which were not indigenous to the region, were most likely obtained via vast trade networks, implying a complex economy and cultural interaction within the ancient Amazonian society. The spiral shape, found throughout their artifacts and architecture, suggests a deep spiritual connection, probably linked to visionary experiences caused by vilca seeds. These hallucinatory visions could have influenced their religious beliefs, worldviews, and cultural customs. researchers made a surprising find at Monte Grande, a second pyramid with a dark history. Within its boundaries lay the remains of 22 children, their bones showing signs of hunger and sickness, implying that they were abandoned to die. This distant location, away from the city, was where desperate mothers surrendered their ailing children to shamans who, without medicines, turned to human sacrifice. The children's skeletal bones revealed heartbreaking details. A 6-year-old buried alongside a cherished pet guinea pig, and a young mother and her infant, both decapitated. Among them was a figure known as the Lord of Snails, a priest buried 2,800 years ago and dressed in 180 snail shells. His ornate burial, which faced east toward the sunrise, emphasized his high social status. This discovery calls into question long-held beliefs about ancient Amazonian society. Until now, little has been known about these people because they have left no written documents. Their identities, beliefs, and motivations for establishing in the Amazon remain a mystery. Archaeologists can piece together parts of their existence from architectural ruins and skeletal remains, providing insights into a long-forgotten culture. The Lord of Snails, with his elaborate burial and ceremonial significance, provides an intriguing peek into a hitherto undiscovered society. This discovery not only changes our understanding of ancient Amazonian history, but also highlights the intricate civilizations that once existed in this seemingly inhospitable environment. Number 2. New mosquito virus. Scientists in Brazil's Amazon rainforest discovered both the Mayaro and chikungunya viruses co-circulating at the same time, calling into question earlier ideas regarding virus relationships in the region. This discovery, made after lengthy research in Roraima, Brazil's northernmost state, between December 2018 and December 2021, demonstrates epidemics of both viruses. Contrary to assumptions that immunity to one would preclude the other, Mayaro and chikungunya are arboviruses spread predominantly by mosquitoes such as Aedes aegypti. These viruses generate comparable symptoms such as joint discomfort, high fever, and skin rash. Surprisingly, 23% of 822 blood samples were positive for several arboviruses, demonstrating the simultaneous circulation of Mayaro and chikungunya in the region. The study, published in the journal Emerging Infectious Diseases by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, emphasizes the complexities of virus transmission patterns in the Amazon. Although no cases of simultaneous infection with both viruses were observed, 13 cases of chikungunya were discovered during Mayaro's peak activity from January to July 2021, indicating overlapping times of circulation. Mayaro often produces milder symptoms than chikungunya, which has been reported in over 300,000 cases worldwide in 2024, resulting in more than 120 deaths, primarily affecting vulnerable groups such as young children and people with underlying health issues. Number 1. The piranha species. Scientists have discovered a new species of piranha in Bolivia's Madre de Dios River, known as Serrasalmus magellanesi. This discovery, made by experts from the University Mayor of San Simón and the Autonomous University of Madrid, highlights the Amazon basin's vast biodiversity and the importance of continued scientific investigation. The identification of Serrasalmus magellanesi required a mix of modern technology and painstaking analysis. Researchers evaluated 159 individual specimens from various known species of Serrasalmus, using 33 morphological measurements, 17 morphological counts, scale and fin ray assessments, and radiography to study internal bone features like vertebrae and ribs. The genetic investigation was critical in proving the species' uniqueness, comparing DNA sequences to distinguish Serrasalmus magellanesi from closely related piranha species. Technological advancements such as radiography and genetic analysis are transforming biodiversity study by giving scientists precise tools for accurately identifying and classifying species. These tools not only improve our understanding of the Amazon's diverse aquatic ecosystems, but also help develop successful conservation plans for threatened species and areas. The finding of Serrasalmus magellanesi has important implications for Amazonian conservation efforts. As one of 9 piranha species discovered in Bolivia and the 32nd in South America, its discovery illustrates the region's diverse and sometimes ignored biodiversity. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.